Did you know that there were 4 Champions League games last night? Well, if you didn't, welcome to Social Soccer. We are going to cover them all now. If you're new here, this is the Daily Results Show, the show where we cover all the fixtures from the previous evening, so you don't have to worry about missing a thing. If you are new, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're subscribed, welcome back. What a show we had yesterday when it came to the Champions League results. Really excited to have another round of fixtures today to go through as well. Let's jump in and take a look exactly what went down last night. First, we saw Red Bull Salzburg take a significant step towards qualifying for the Champions League with a commanding 2-0 victory over Dynamo Kiev. Despite losing key players this summer such as Pavlovic, Luka Sukic and Sekou Koita, Salzburg are 3 from 3 in the league, and this was another one for them in the win column. The Austrian side opened the scoring in the 29th minute, capitalising on a swift counter-attack. It was defender Kamil Pietkowski, who spent last season on loan at Granada, who initiated the move, which led to Malian forward Dorgales Nene coolly slotting the ball into the bottom corner, giving Salzburg a deserved lead. This was Nene's 4th goal in this season's Champions League qualifying campaign. Kiev responded with increased pressure, but despite some dangerous opportunities from Vladislav Vianyat and the veteran Andrei Yarmolenko, they were unable to get the breakthrough. Salzburg's defence, marshalled by the newly keeper from Leipzig, Janis Blažević, held firm under the pressure. The second half saw Kiev's hopes dwindle further when a rash challenge led to a penalty for Salzburg in minute 50. It was Danish midfielder Moritz Kjærgaard stepped up calmly and converted. That doubled Salzburg's lead. Despite continued efforts, Kiev could not break through, with their closest attempt hitting the woodwork late in the game. Next, it was FC Midtjylland and Slovan Bratislava who played out a tense 1-1 draw in their first leg tie. The Danish side started brightly, hitting the post twice in the first half, with Dario Osorio and Faculino Gui coming close to breaking the deadlock. However, it was Bratislava who struck first in the 59th minute, with fullback Cesar Blackman finishing off a clever backheel pass from Tigran Bazegyan. Bratislava are top of their domestic league, with 3 wins from the first 3, and included 4 new signings in their team after a busy window. The likes of David Strelec, Dominik Takac and the impressive Marko Tolic, who they acquired from Dynamo Zagreb, all looking bright. Midtjylland, however, they've also had a good start domestically and sit a point off the top after 5 games. It's also been a busy summer for them. The signings of Polish striker Adam Buksa from Lens and Daniel Castillo from Shakhtar have caught the eye, and they fought back in the second half. Their persistence paid off in the 79th minute when substitute Edouard Chalifa scored the equaliser. The result leaves the tie wide open. Both teams have everything to play for in the return leg in Bratislava next week. Midtjylland, they'll be encouraged by their unbeaten home record in Europe. That is now extended to 6 games. While Slovan, look, they'll take confidence from their ability once again to score on the road. Next, Sparta Prague have had a busy summer. After selling centre-back Ladislav Klečki to Girona, they have signed 7 players to bolster the squad, and they have 5 wins from 5 domestically in the league this season. They secured a crucial 2-0 victory over the Swedish side Malmo in their Champions League playoff first leg, putting them in a strong position to advance. The match saw the home side dominate possession, but they struggled to convert that into clear-cut chances. Sparta Prague, on the other hand, capitalised on their opportunities with a more direct approach. The opening goal came in the 30th minute through an unfortunate own goal by Malmo's Jens Striger Larsson. He's only recently joined them as well. Vojko Bermansevic's low cross took a wicked deflection off Larsson, wrong foot in the keeper Johan Dahlin and giving Sparta an early lead. Bermancevic, he's just joined Sparta as well, looking very lively, looks like a great deal for them. Malmo, managed by Henrik Rydström, sit 11 points clear at the top of the Swedish league. They pushed hard for an equaliser, particularly in the second half, but Sparta's defence, led by Filip Paniak and Askar Sorensen, they stood firm. The visitors then doubled their lead in the 88th minute when Matthijs Reines, who had been a key feature for Sparta's defensive efforts, found the net with a precise strike from just outside the box. This goal marked Reines' first ever European goal. Sparta's efficiency in front of goal and a solid defensive display leave Malmo with an uphill battle in the return leg in Prague next week. They will have to overturn the 2-goal deficit to keep their Champions League hopes alive. And finally, the young boys claimed a thrilling 3-2 victory over Galatasaray. The home side, who are actually winless after the first 5 domestic league games in Switzerland, took an early lead in the 7th minute through João Monteiro, who finished off a well-worked move with a clinical strike. Monteiro doubled his tally just before half-time, capitalising on a defensive lapse from Galatasaray. Young boys nearly extended their lead to 3, but new signing Ebrima Kolysev struck the post. Galatasaray, they've been busy this summer bringing in 4 key players who would all feature in this game, and they came out stronger in the second half, with new man Michy Batshuayi making an immediate impact after coming on as a substitute. Batshuayi scored with his first touch in the 68th minute and added a second just 6 minutes later. The drama continued as young boys were awarded a penalty in the 84th minute after Abdul Karim Bardakci was penalised for a handball. Bardakci was shown a red card for the offence, leaving Galatasaray with 10 men. Filip Ugrinic stepped up, converted the penalty, securing a vital win for young boys and handed Galatasaray their 4th consecutive away defeat in European competitions. So there you have it. Great round of fixtures. I absolutely love watching those games. The great thing is I get to watch it and then tell you guys exactly what happened. But the great thing about them is you get to see these teams who do so well domestically play each other. Now, when they get through to the Champions League proper, you don't see them play like this because they're playing higher seeded teams. So when they come up against each other, such close encounters, but both teams on the front foot, so much is at stake. Great to see teams like Galatasaray, Malmo, Slovan Bratislava, Sparta Prague all going head to head. Makes for thrilling games, and I can't wait for the second legs next week. Thanks for tuning in. Of course, we do this show every morning to go through the results, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on them. And also, shout out to everybody who was on the transfer show last night. We do a daily transfer show. That will be up tonight as well. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join the community so you never miss out on anything European football based. Have a good one.